Hello, hi. That was a very interesting Newsflash segment. Thank you, Rosalie, and the panelists for that wonderful time on Newsflash. And thank you to you all for sending in your messages during that particular segment. But do not let the fire go down. Let it keep on burning through hours from now to 10 a.m. because every single thing that we are doing on here is super packed just for you. And so we want you to be interactive, continue to be interactive with us on our social media platforms. It's the only way that we'll get to know that you're enjoying or you are loving every single thing that we are doing on here on Prime Morning. My name is sh00ting Akomia, but you, my lovely viewers, you can call me the Golden Girl. It's time for me to bring you updates on all the stories that are greatly trending on social media. That's what's trending. All right, so before we get into, the stories that I really have for you, Rosalind did talk about it before she signed off on Newsflash. It's really heartbreaking. Unfortunately, multimedia has experienced a great loss, and that is the loss of DJ Awana. DJ Awana, incredible DJ with Adam, and it's a huge loss for us. And so this is what we'll say, that he's contributed massively to multimedia. And so we thank him and we pray and hope that he rests in perfect peace and that God keeps him in his bosom. And our deepest and heartfelt condolences goes out to the family, friends, and loved ones of DJ Awana. All right. Whew. Let's try and shake things off a little bit. Okay, so let's get right into our trending stories for this morning. And I hope that you're getting ready to be interactive with us on our social media platforms once again. And so, ladies and gentlemen, so over the weekend, there was a video that was greatly trending on social media where a senior high school student, unfortunately, I don't know if he was trying to show that, yeah, me too, I did, me too, I be G, or like, me too, I guess something interesting in my home or something like that. But why would a senior high school student, decide to take a weapon, and I mean not just any weapon, but a gun to school just to show his friends in senior high school? Well, this Adventist senior high school student is greatly trending on social media after mistakenly the gun going off and shooting a colleague. And so this is an official communique from the school stating exactly what happened. Let's see. So it says that, dear sir, brief reports on the shooting incident in Adventist Senior High School, Bantama, Kumasi. Now the background, here it is. Bernard Amabwe of 2A10, the culprit, took exit home on March 18, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. to Kronum on the purpose of medical treatment and was to return back to school on March 20, 2025. He overstayed and did not return to school on the set date as a boarding student, but he has been attending school as a day student without giving notice to the school authorities or the housemaster for consideration. Now the incident happened today, 4th April 2025, which was on Friday, at 9:30 a.m. when the school was on break. So that was the first break. Brennan Amoabing took a gun from his school bag in the class and threatened to shoot his colleague student. Per investigation from the other students in his class, one male student indicated that Brennan Amoabing showed him the gun. He pointed the gun at him, Samuel Menu. Samuel, out of fear, hit the gun to other direction, just a walk or different direction, and it triggered and hit the face of Susie Pinamine, who is also in 2A10, and she started bleeding profusely. It was then reported to the school authorities. Now, here is the action. Now, the shooting incident was reported to the police at Suame District Police Headquarters, and quickly, the police made their way to the school and an arrest was made. The victim, Susie Pinamine, was taken to the Kwadaso SDA Hospital and then referred to Komfanoche Teaching Hospital in Kumasi for treatment. In conclusion, we will give the status of the issue on Monday for onward scrutiny. Today's Monday, and so we are waiting there. And so it says Grace Kafui Ayi, who is the headmistress, the regional manager, SDA schools in Kumasi. It was copied to the regional manager for the SDA schools as well. All right, so this is the statement from the school that the incident happened at. Let's take a look at the statement, or the official statement from the Ghana Police Service. It says Ashanti Regional Police Command launched investigation into shooting incident at Adventist Senior High School, Kumasi. The Ashanti Regional Police Command has initiated an investigation into a shooting incident that occurred at the Adventist Senior High School on Friday, April 4th, 2025, at about 12 p.m. Preliminary investigations revealed that a 16-year-old second-year student, name withheld, but we already know his name, brought a locally manufactured pistol loaded with 1 BB ammunition to school. The student allegedly attempted to show the firearm to his classmate. During the exchange, the firearm accidentally discharged, hitting another student. All names of those involved are being withheld. The injured student has since been treated at the sh00ting hospital and is currently in stable condition. The juvenile suspect has been arrested and the empty cartridge has been recovered and retained as evidence. During the questioning, the suspect stated that he took the weapon from his father's bedroom without his father's knowledge. Authorities are actively working to locate and arrest the father to assist with the investigations. Ooh. My, oh my. For those of you who know, my father was a police officer. May his soul rest in peace. DCOP retired Sama Kwame Nkrumah. And I remember that every single day that he closes from work, because we were less, you know, he would hide the gun way up somewhere that it would not be in anybody's reach. Anybody's reach. And he did that. And I don't know, for some reason, growing up, sometimes we would even forget that our father goes around having a weapon on him because he's a police officer. But my goodness, what would come into the mind of this young man to decide to take his father's weapon and take it to school just to go and scare somebody or just to go and show somebody something? What was sh00ting? Very heartbreaking. Well, let's see how people are reacting to the story on social media. Let's read some comments. What do we have? Okay, so, and I cannot read your name. It says it wasn't an altercation. He was flexing with the gun and it went off. Phoenix says locally manufactured gun, whoever manufactured it should be sought after as well. Way. Lil Richie 54 says, Kumasi King won that. Kweko Kwefa says, like, how did this small boy get his hands on a gun? King Money says, first it was someone stabbing a student at Teshi. Today it's a gun. Charlie, we need corporal punishment back in schools. So they are not scared of anything anymore. I really want to understand what influenced or what fueled government at that time's decision to take away corporal punishment from senior high school. Because, I mean, some of us are still here, and we are not doing bad for ourselves. Anyways, Kwame Ato says, irresponsible parenting is the cause of the many crimes in society. Golden Boy says, how did he even get the gun? The audacity, Charlie. Bernard Amwabing, dear, ayo. Hopefully the victim remains stable. We pray to God. Emmanuel says, there's no such thing as accidental discharge of gun. Guns do not discharge. People fire guns. Every gunshot is either intentional or negligent. Either way, a trigger was pulled. So there's a high possibility that he did not even know how to go about using the weapon. And that is what makes it accidental. Sometimes you think that, oh, when you pull the trigger, no, I don't know. But there are certain things that you have to do with certain guns. I don't want to give away so much. Anyways, I'm no expert in guns. I just learned a little bit from my father, but I'm not going to, give it all out. Anyways, so moving on to the next trending story. This story is trending on social media because it was a very interesting act of some Ghanaians, because a truck on the Accra-Tema motorway was on fire. And these pedestrians, people just walking around, decided that, no, we need to do something. So you're not going to bring in regular water to try to douse out the fire, but rather they used sand. Take a look at the video. at the fact that there's a car on fire, you can literally see flames coming out of the truck. And then you get the courage to even climb up the truck, to try to get closer to where exactly the fire is consuming. I'm so yeah, fire service. Because I'm so bit my boy but this guy in particular, guy when American who has some free and all of them. Anyway, so this was very kind of them, very, very beautiful to watch. But let's see how people reacted to this. Shavora says, the guy that went on top, oh, you see what I was saying, Charlie. The guy that went on top of the track did massively well, Charlie, yeah. He needs to get a job with National Fire Service. Kwajo Bless says, there are always people with good and kind hearts. Good job, guys. Good job, good job. Balak Watson says, kudos. Miss Loberg says, when police stop you for not having fire extinguisher, you will complain. Thank God for them showing up to help. This, very important. I am born blessed says, Ghanaians and good hearts are like 5 and 6, Charlie. We always have each other's backs, you know, regardless. Irene says, brave people, God bless you all. Oba Pananama Sewa says, oh, God richly bless you guys. I nearly cried. Oh, did you? Anita Answer says, the guy who climbed with the yellow gallon, a real MVP, I tell you. He's you know, the icon here. Future President says, fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher, they tried for the driver, but please, let's do well to get that. It's a requirement, it's a necessity for every truck, every car. So please, if you know you're a truck driver, if you know you're a driver, be it whatever car you use, it's very, very important that you always have fire extinguisher in your car. To douse out the fire. Anyways, well, you can contribute to this. You can share your thoughts with us on our social media platforms. Or you can take our WhatsApp number 055-157-5757. Moving on to the next trending story. You know, there are so many times that you think that market women, there's a high possibility that about 80 to 90% of market women are not very fluent in the English language. Now, not just being fluent, like speaking regularly, they may not even know how to read the English language properly. But this particular yam seller is trending on social media because herself and other groups, other women who are also yam sellers, were present at the funeral of their fellow yam seller from the market, and they were there to give a tribute to the deceased. Now, what amazed people was the fact that the woman who was leading the yam seller group at the funeral spoke fluent and beautiful English. Take a look.
Good morning. Today, Yam Sellers Association, we are here to mourn our beloved Vida Odru. In fact, the family has lost a great hero. Counselor. In fact, he was. Good morning. Today, Yam Sellers Association, we are here to mourn our beloved Vida Odru. In fact,
this is very beautiful, isn't it? Something you would least expect. But you should hardly underestimate anybody, by the way, because you might never know. People could surprise you, just as this woman has. Anyways, let's see how people are reacting to this. On social media, okay, C. Nana Dong says, okay, hearts, eyes with hearts. Yes, you have proved yourselves. 3 degrees for you all. Okay. SKB's record says, it's the shouting, yay, for me, you know. The other ones give me the morale for her to speak more English. Miss Mabelta says, kudos to her. Her late friend would be proud and smiling from afar. And Nyame, okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, pardon me. It says she is educated. The Yam Sellers Association. Mrs. Angie Boffel says, Kumasi Yam Sellers Association left the group chat. We love you regardless, our mothers. Oh, I don't know, yes, sir. Kumasi, I didn't. Why do people do that to Kumasi people? Getty's Care says she has really done well. Mayati, so say, I'll say, cunning, say it all.